you'd like to change roles, or you'd like to start a business, or you'd like to go on a different career path, what do you do to prepare? Your why will keep you anchored when nothing else is making sense. Find the people that are interested in what you're doing. There's usually people that are willing to volunteer. Welcome all to our financial wellness podcast, From Roots to Fruits, where we nurture our roots to grow more delicious fruits. I'm your host, Arlene. Let's get started. The art of the pivot. A lot of us have our lives all pathed out, from going to school, high school, going to college, maybe university, and then starting a new job. And then there's usually a career path that is set out for you when you start your job. And that's it. Maybe start a family, and that's that. But actually, a lot of us find out once we start our careers that maybe it's not the right one. Maybe you have a calling to do something else. That's exactly what happened to me. So I was in the pandemic. I was thinking, what else can I do? I really want to help people out in managing their finances. I was really secure, and I felt like I could help the people around me. And that's how Roots to Fruits was birthed. I've talked about this story enough times. You can go and listen to other podcast episodes that we have posted in the past around when I started Roots to Fruits. But today we're focusing on pivoting and when to know how to pivot, and the challenges as well of setting up a business. And this is something that I am putting out there, especially for if you are an accountant working in the industry or working for another practice, but you want to set up your own. You can definitely do this. It is something that once you start, there will be challenges, there will be hurdles, but you can overcome them. So yeah, in terms of today's episode, it is really aimed at the people that are thinking about starting again or just pivoting at this stage. Okay, so we're going to be talking about the challenges of starting a business, building a business with purpose and authenticity, winning contracts and attracting sponsors, and resilience in business. So why is this important? This is such a challenging time right now, working in a business. It's not certain that your job is secure. So it's important to have a buffer. It's important to have something outside of your day job. Maybe something might happen, or just to feel fulfilled. A lot of people have side businesses so that they can be passionate about something outside of work, whilst work looks after them. We don't all have to now have our business be the full-time thing that we're doing, and that's okay. But if you do want to be full-time in your business, that's also okay. Everyone is going through their own life journey. A lot of people, a lot of professionals now feel like their job might be at risks, especially with AI. I mean, speaking as a qualified accountant, ChatGPT can do quite a lot of the stuff that we look after. I'm not saying that it is correct. I'm not saying that AI can take over our jobs immediately, but the way that things are advancing really quickly, we need to be mindful of this. So learning new skills is really important. Maybe just to adapt within your current job or to start something outside of it. Whatever, it's really important to keep up with the latest technology, the latest trends, the way people communicate at the moment. It's really important to stay on top of things. So I started a business because I had a mission. I wanted to support people. So that was my purpose. But other people might start a new business out of necessity, or they might just be lucky that something that they're good at is in demand. The reason why I was called to do this session and talk about this subject is so I can help people to recognize the feeling of knowing that there's something else that they might want to do. If it's an idea that keeps coming to you, or you start seeing other people do it and you think, I can do that better, or I wish I did that, then it's not too late. You can definitely pivot and turn it into your next opportunity. When you start a new business, there's so many challenges that you might face, from doubting yourself. So this is all about mindset, because the minute you start to doubt yourself, it becomes so easy for you to stop. Personally, I definitely doubted myself. So it took me about a year to actually start pricing my products, to actually start making a revenue, because I was doing quite a lot of things for free. So it's really important that you stay true to the skills that you do have and go out there and learn what you do not know. Get the experts in the room, learn from other people, or get someone to look after something that you're not comfortable with. For example, I'm not a tech person, so definitely had a lot of amazing support creating the website. So this is version 3 of the website that we have right now, and friends are the ones that created it and have been maintaining it as well over the past few years. So if you're not expert in something, go out and get the expert in the room, so that that's not a barrier. And it's important as well, when you feel like, should I do it, should I not, the only way that you can overcome those fears is to get through it. So just do it before you regret not trying. Other challenges from setting up a business is cash flow constraints. Completely get it. Speaking as a woman, speaking as a Black woman, cash flows does not come easy to us, and it is hard to start a business if you do not have the resources. But that shouldn't be a reason not to do it, especially if there are people that might help you out, whether it's people volunteering in your business, or it is you going out and utilizing AI that we were just talking about, and just making sure that you are utilizing the resources that are at hand before you can make money and invest financially. But I completely understand cash flow is definitely one of those things. This week, especially, we've been hearing so many businesses that started in the pandemic and now failing, getting put into administration. And it is because it is really difficult. It's really difficult to run a business, to grow it, if you do not have the cash at hand. So this is one of the things that you should really think about. Maybe save up first before you start a business. Or if you're thinking of going in all in, then definitely know that you've got a year or 18 months worth of your expenses looked after as a person before you think about investing in the business, so that you're not relying on the business to look after you. And that's definitely something that I did well and didn't do well, because emergencies upon emergencies happened in 2024 when I had stepped away from my full-time job. And at that stage, that's when it was like, okay, this is eating into my emergency fund. We need to really think about what we can do. So another pivot came where I started onboarding loads of business clients, so that's where a lot of my income actually came from in the business. It was from business clients, until I could really build up the social media, really build up the professionals and the personal finance clients as well. So that's been something that has worked quite well. So learn to pivot even when you've started your business. If you've got that business plan that you worked on and actually now you're like, okay, this isn't working, it's been a year of trying this, then pivot. You need to be agile and you need to flow with wherever the tide is taking you. If it starts to feel like, oh, actually, I know I'm a photographer, but a lot of people are asking for videos, then learn that skill and then also add it to your offering. Find people that understand your vision. It's really important to work with people that believe in your business. I have had people that have reached out to me to say, okay, I'd really love to help you with XYZ. We jump on the call and they have no idea what Roots to Fruits is about. They can barely say Roots to Fruits and they haven't checked out the website, compared to the ones that want a meeting and they've done their research, they know all about me or they know all about the business, and it's just an easier conversation to have. And that impresses me immediately, because then I want to work with that person because they are excited about what I'm doing and I learn about what they're doing, and I love to do research as well. So it's like, okay, we're seeing each other at the same level here. So make sure that if you're going to work with somebody, you can tell that they're actually excited about what you're doing, because then they're the people that will stick around for a longer time compared to the ones that might not be interested. So yeah. Something else that might be a challenge depending on your business is that there could be seasons where you're doing really well in revenue and other seasons that you're not. So you want to make sure that you're always managing cash flow appropriately. So for example, for me, sometimes during the summer, business starts to kind of slow down a little bit because people are on holidays, they're not trying to book workshops. And also, I know for sure at the start of the year, that's when things are really picking up, because that's when people are really thinking about their finances. And International Women's Day is in March as well, really booked up in that month. And Black Business Month as well is a month that we're always booked up to host talks, host workshops. So I definitely know that currently the model is a bit seasonal. And what I've done is introduce other ways of getting revenue. So, for example, the podcast runs all year, and also increasing the social media presence. Therefore, in the times where we're seeing less from the businesses or from personal clients, then hopefully the social media and the podcast can supplement that. So those are the challenges, and the only way that I managed to get through it is by knowing my why. It's so important to know your why, because that's the thing that will keep you going when you've got late nights, when you are proposing to loads of different businesses, or you're having client meetings here, there, and everywhere, but it doesn't feel like things are working, or you're not feeling seen, which happens so much. But then knowing your why, it's so important. And when those wins happen, it just feels like, oh my God, I just won the lottery, because you're getting through the door, because you're getting recognized. I definitely feel like 2025 is the year of like reaping the rewards of all the work that was done in 2024, because 2024 was hard. It was a grafting year. And now 2025 feels so easy, feels amazing. It feels like, okay, we're just doing it. And it's because I remembered why I was doing it. And it's so important for you to write this down. So here's some homework for you. These are the things that you could ask yourself. What impact do I make? Who am I trying to help? What problem am I uniquely positioned to solve? What future self am I building? Your why will keep you anchored when nothing else is making sense. Okay, now let's prepare for your pivot. You've made the decision that you'd like to change roles, or you'd like to start a business, or you'd like to go on a different career path. What do you do to prepare? So just audit your skills, have a look at what you're good at, what you like doing, and then think about what you'd like to do in your next chapter and see where the gap is, because then you can focus on making sure that that gap is closed. Build just one service first, because sometimes we have so many ideas before we perfect something, and we're like just throwing it out there. It's not quite right, and then we don't see results, so then we give up. So actually just start with one thing, just one thing. Try it, perfect it, and then move on to the next, and then move on to the next, so that you're not overwhelmed. Create a simple brand message. People are so visual now, so it's really important that your brand is really clear online, in person. When people see you, they completely put you together with whatever it is that you're selling. Make sure that your business is really clearly positioned, and also the mission's really clear, and people understand exactly what you are doing and what you are about. Build a financial runway as well. It's so important that you've got savings for yourself personally, and you've got enough to invest in the business. But as I said, finances, when they're a constraint, then you have to be scrappy. You have to be innovative in how you can get through it. And I believe that's one of the best qualities of a good business person. And lastly, find your tribe. This is something that I learned a little bit too late, to be honest, because at the start it was just kind of like hustling on my own. But then I remembered that actually there's so many people along the journey that have been supporting, whether they're on the Zoom webinars with me, they're coming to help with like preparing for a workshop or whatever it is, financially as well. We've had friends and family support in that way. So it's important that you recognize who is your tribe and also seek out new members, because sometimes we look at our current tribe, I'm talking about family and friends, and they're not really that interested in whatever your business is because they weren't ever interested. You were the one that was interested, and we expect more from them, but I don't think that's right. Find the people that are interested in what you're doing. There's usually people that are willing to volunteer, or people that want to gain a skill, so then they'll come in and then help you out. So seek new people as well as utilize the people that are already around you. So it's important to network, network, network. So the way to win contracts and maybe get sponsorships as well, please check out the sponsorships episode that we put out. I believe it was episode 48. There's loads of information there. But the way to win contracts is to be yourself, be authentic, make sure that it's clear what your brand is about, and then research those clients, research those other businesses that might be able to support you financially. So that's really important, but I've got more information in a past episode, so definitely check that out. And then lastly, building automations and efficiency. It's really important that you are organized as a person, as a business owner, because time is money, and it really can just slip by. Before you know it, it's already the end of the day, especially if you're juggling working full time and also running a business. Every minute counts. So it's important to build in efficiencies. There's so many programs that are available now that could automate systems, or just get a virtual assistant as well. So someone that can help you with day-to-day stuff. So it's important for you to like start off correct and start off how you mean to go, which is being organized. So please interact, leave a comment, or send a message, or just write this down in your own book. What is one thing you want to pivot towards? What's the thing? Is it a business? Is it a new role? Is it whatever it is? What is your pivot going to be? And then also write down what's holding you back, because before you know it, the answer to overcome it will come to you. So thanks for joining the session. I would love to connect. Please subscribe. Please connect on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, whatever platform that you normally use. I'd love to hear from you, and good luck in your pivot. And I'll speak to you next week.